checking in with it's chapter 13, I believe, of the Sorrows of Satan. Let me just look at that. Will it tell me? Yes, chapter 13 of the Sorrows of Satan, where Satan plays the pinafore. Um, yeah, we are introduced to Helena Elton, Lady Helena Elton, née Fitzroy. This woman, this lady who, the mother of Lady Sybil, who is sick, paralyzed completely, and is basically moved around on a bed on wheels, which Tempest says is like a sarcophagus, but tried to be dressed up so it doesn't quite look like a sarcophagus. And she's looking at Lucio, Prince Lucio Romanos, and it's like, I recognize you. And it's like, oh well, I may have seen you when you were a great beauty, when you were Helena Fitzroy. But it's like, well, you must have been a mere child then. I was like, oh no, I was quite old. Like, how old are you? Oh, I'm very old. Some might even say I'm as old as the world. We're definitely in devil territory here. And indeed, there's a thing here of like, well, don't you believe in heaven? It says, well, I don't believe in the clerical heaven, Miss Charlotte, the very prissy, uptight sister of Helena Elton, Spencer, who's taking care of her sister now. Um, it's like, I don't believe in the clerical heaven with, like, angels with hail with in cloaks, and excitable deity with a big beard. I don't believe in that heaven, but I do. Streets paved with gold and seas of glass. It's like, that's not very imaginative, but yes, I do dream of a heaven. Um, Sometimes, probably from direct memory of being tossed out of that heaven. So there's that, and then now he's gone, and he's it's like, I'm gonna play, and it's like, I'm playing for Lady Elton, and we have this wonderfully kind of thing. The music swelled into passionate cadence. Melodies crossed and recrossed each other like rays of light glittering among green leaves. Voices of birds and streams and tossing waterfalls chimed in with songs of love and playful merriment. Anon came wilder strains of grief and angry clamor. Cries of despair were heard echoing through the thunderous noise of some relentless storm. Farewells everlasting shrieked amid sobs of reluctant shuddering agony. And then, as I listened, before my eyes a black mist gathered slowly, and I thought I saw great rocks bursting asunder into flame, and drifting islands in a sea of fire. Hell, sea of fire. Faces, wonderful, hideous, beautiful, peered out at me out of a darkness denser than night, and in the midst of this there came a tune complete in sweetness and suggestion, a piercing sword-like tune that plunged into my very heart and rankled there. My breath failed me, my senses swam. I felt that I must move, speak, cry out, and implore that this music, this horribly insidious music, should cease ere I swooned with the voluptuous poison of it, when, with a full chord of splendid harmony that rolled out upon the air like a breaking wave, the intoxicating sound ebbed away into silence. No one spoke. Our hearts were yet beating too wildly with the pulsations roused by that wondrous lyric storm. Diana Chesney was the first to break the spell. So, yeah, I have to kind of give it to Maria Corelli. That's like a good evocation of Satan playing you a song, and that, like, a sword-like tune that plunged into your very heart. My senses swam, and horribly insidious music should cease ere I swooned with a voluptuous poison. I think the voluptuous poison is where, well, there's a lot of pushing. We're pushing into high melodrama. It's really effectively written high melodrama. So yeah, I'm gonna give her real props for that. That's a nice uh pulpy description there, and pulpy isn't valued enough by my thing. So I might just highlight that as something I could read out if I was going to do a description of this book, of just give you a sense of the flavor of this book. That would be the quote that maybe I would read out. All right, I will leave it there.